Sharkie game here. So today we'll have a look at the CYBORG R.A.T 7 gaming mouse for PC. This is made by Saitek and Mad Cats, as you can see, and this is the front of the box. It's got the CYBORG logo up the top, and here it says the mouse is adjustable in almost every dimension and angle. It's got a bit of an image of the R.A.T 7, and it looks pretty awesome. Down here it says 5600 DPI. R.A.T 7 gaming mouse for PC. On the top it's sort of got the standard CYBORG R.A.T 7 logo. The bottom's got company information, stuff like that. On the side it's also got the CYBORG R.A.T 7. When you turn on the other side though, you can see a cool kind of robotic R.A.T, as well as the CYBORG R.A.T 7 logo. And the R.A.T is pretty cool. Look at him. Looks awesome. On the back of the box, it's got an image of the mouse again, and it says 15 user-defined commands via 5 programmable buttons and 3 position mode switch. Precision aim mode: on the fly sensitivity adjustment, steadies your aim at the touch of a button. It's got a bit of close-ups there of the mouse and the features of it, and the base as well. Aluminium chassis, durable yet nimble, the solid frame forms the core for enhanced rigidity. 4 user-definable DPI settings, remap programmable buttons, and create custom macros with powerful ST software. So now if we open up this, because it has like a flap on it, shows the mouse through a nice display window. And it shows that kind of robotic R.A.T just there as well, which looks awesome once again. And again, it shows some close-ups of basically the mouse and all the features. And down here it says storage turner, comes the weight storage canister, and extra pinky and palm rests. Interchangeable pinky and palm rest to suit your grip style. Length, custom length and thumb area adjustment. 30 grams of removable weights. Anyway, let's go ahead and open up the box and have a look at this mouse. Okay, so first is the clear packaging up here. Let's pull this mouse out. So that's the mouse, which we'll have a look at in a second. Next thing you get with it is the installation CD for the software. So this is the software that allows you to actually program the buttons and functions of the mouse. You also get 2 little booklets. The first one is just sort of a CYBORG, showing the CYBORG range. As you can see, it's got a cool image of a CYBORG on the front, which looks awesome. And it sort of just goes through the different R.A.Ts available, the different versions like R.A.T 5, R.A.T 3, R.A.T 9, and also some of the other CYBORG products like keyboard and joystick and so forth. It's pretty cool. And this one's sort of just like a quick start guide. On one side, it shows a bit about the software, how you can change the DPI setting in the software or through the mouse, adjust the position aim button and everything like that. And on the back, it also shows you how you adjust the mouse, because it is a fully adjustable mouse. So it shows you how to adjust it, how to customize it, and so forth. So it's got plenty of instructions to keep you in case you get stuck. Another thing it comes with is this little metal canister. And now in this metal canister, it's got the CYBORG logo on the top of it. In here you have basically your pinky and palm rest, as well as your weights. So let's take a look at the basic custom ones that come in this one. So you get a pinky one, which is like a pinky rest to pull your pinky and other finger up off the desk or mouse mount in case you do pinky drag, so it avoids any kind of drag you might have, so you can actually move your mouse faster. You got this other grip here, which is also another pinky one. It's got a bit of a grip. I don't know if you can see the texture. It's got a texture kind of grip there, so it's a bit more grippy than the other one was, because the other one was a smooth kind of matte finish. You get your weight canister, which basically has a whole lot of weights inside of it, and this is what allows you to make the mouse heavier. You get another palm grip here, and that's got another textured type surface on there, so it's a bit more grippy type. And of course you have another palm rest here, which is a smooth kind of matte finish. So those are basically the extra grips you get with it. Now let's have a look at the mouse. So you can see it's got a nice kind of braided cable, so it's a nice kind of thick, strong cable. So it's got a gold connectivity end for the USB part, and it comes with a little cable grip thing here, so you can tie up your cable if you are going to pack it away or whatever. So it keeps it a bit neater. On the mouse itself, as you can see, this is the R.A.T 7. It looks awesome, and it's probably the weirdest kind of mouse you can see. Alright, so basically the left and mouse click are the same, and it's nice and kind of clicky response. In the center we got like a sort of an oversized kind of scroll wheel with also got like a textured grip on it, so it's easier, much easier to spin, and also clicks down. On the side we have a mode button that swaps basically to 3 different modes depending on what you program. In the center we have a DPI adjustment, so you can go up and down according whatever you want to do, and it shows that by this indicator here, which glows red, and you get little red bars indicating if you're on the lowest DPI setting or if you're right up to the top. So you can adjust it as you're doing it, going down and up. And at the side here we have a thumb scroll wheel, so basically when you're holding it your thumb can scroll. Another oversized again. Here on the side we've got your normal back buttons, so you know your forward and back. And here you've got your precision aim button. What that does is when you're in the game, say you're taking up a sniper position and you want to get a good shot, and your DPI maybe is too high and you don't want to keep fiddling with the setting because by that time your shot would have gone, all you need to do, press and hold that button, and your mouse DPI setting will go in half. This of course depends on how much you set it is in the software. When you press it, it slows down your DPI, and so your mouse moves a lot more slower, and so you can actually aim better and get those kind of headshots with a scope or sniper rifle or whatever weapon you're using in the game. Okay, so another adjustable feature of this mouse is its adjustability. So you're thinking, okay, adjustable mouse, how does that work? Well, it starts off with this thing at the back here, as you can see. This unscrews like that. The next thing is you can then put your weights in by unscrewing this little cap here. Once the cap is off, yeah, there's a kind of spring there as well. You then can take your weight canister here, unscrew it, and grab your weights out of it. I forgot one. There we go. Okay, so these are your little weights. They are 6 grams each, so they all add up to 30 grams total weight. So if you like your mouse heavy, then this is the perfect thing for you. You just need to load them into the mouse itself by just pushing them down as you put them in and holding them down. And when you're loading these, make sure you do hold them down as you load them, because otherwise it is loading on top of a spring. They'll just spring out at you. So just make sure you're holding them down as you screw this on, because otherwise they will jump out and you'll get weights everywhere. So as you've got that screwed in, you can then screw that in until it's tight. Okay, so now that your weights are loaded, the mouse is a lot heavier, so it's giving it a bit more grunt. And of course, just remember this mouse has like a aluminium chassis here, so it's got kind of metal surface, so it's already got a bit of weight from that. So it's got a metal kind of body on it. The next part for this other thing is its adjustable features. So for instance, on the side, this side piece here can be moved, if we have put this little adjustment tool in there and loosen this, we can now move the side piece to adjust it. So that can go right out or go in. So that is another adjustable feature. And when you have the right kind of angle you want your thumb to rest on, you just tighten that and that stays at that angle. The next piece here, of course, is your back piece, which you don't need this part. All you do to pull your back piece off or adjust it, so say you have a bigger hand, you want to adjust it, you just pull it slightly back and it adjusts it back, so it makes the mouse bigger for like a bigger hand or anything like that, and of course smaller, you just push it back in. But of course this piece you can also just totally remove by dragging it all the way through, putting that aside, and say you want a more grippy palm rest like this texture one. All you do is you hold that little clip in, align it with the rails here, and then clip it onto the mouse. And again, you can have that bigger by just pushing it, or you can have it as a smaller mouse as well. That's on there. So now let's adjust the side pinky rest here. So because we don't want that kind of pinky rest, we want, say, one that actually lifts our pinky up off the ground or off the mouse mat as we're using it. We just pull the screw out, pull that rest off, and the rest I'm talking about is this one, say here, because that's the one that actually lifts your pinky right off and stops it dragging at all. And we just screw this on. So now we have the pinky rest installed. So you can see when you put your hand on it, and you're doing it, your fingers can lean in that and actually lift off the surface so you don't drag. So now you won't drag your pinky against the mouse mat, causing extra surface drag and so forth, because it's not even touching anymore. And when you're done adjusting the mouse, all you got to do is put that back there and screw it in. And don't worry when you're thinking, okay, that's actually protruding, would that bug you? It doesn't. When you have your hand on the mouse, you don't even feel it. You don't even feel it at all. It's there, but it doesn't get in your way at all. You don't even notice it most of the time. So it's pretty comfortable. So it's virtually adjustable to the way you like it. If you don't like one grip, you like one grip maybe for one game, and you would like a smoother grip for another game, then by all means just swap it over, and of course it's adjustable at any point. So if one game you prefer the mouse a different way, you can adjust it. And as you can see from the mouse itself, it looks really nice quality. It's got all that kind of matte finish on both the presses, and the rest here as well. And you turn it over, you can see here it's got that metal kind of base on it, so it looks pretty cool. It looks also a really strange kind of shape mouse as well. Overall though, it's a very good mouse. It works very well with shooters. I like the kind of DPI on the fly, it works really well, and of course the extra scroll wheel, because obviously you can actually program that to do something. You can go like clockwise as well as anti-clockwise, so you have that opportunity to have two extra kind of programmable function. And this aim mode is pretty cool as well, how it just slows your DPI down, and you can just take the shot and then let go and then go right back to the previous DPI setting. I really like that feature. It works really well, and there's countless times I've tried it and it's worked excellent. I would pretty much highly recommend this kind of mouse as a first-person shooter mouse. I found it worked really well when I've used it, and this is actually my current gaming mouse that I'm using at the moment for both my kind of general computing as well as my gaming, at least my first-person shooter gaming anyway. I find it very easy to use, it works really well, and the adjustable function makes it a lot more comfortable. Also, it's very responsive and it works really well overall in response, aiming, precision, all that type of thing. It is a really nice mouse, and it's really unusual too. So it sure does look awesome in any kind of gaming computer setup. R.A.T 7. So yeah, if you play shooters and you would like an adjustable mouse that works pretty well, has a nice kind of adjustable setting, and you like that kind of extra programmability, then this is definitely something for you. And it also has that weight adjustment as well, so that's another plus. One thing I know that a lot of people have commented on, both on YouTube and other places, which I've kind of read around the place, is that sometimes the sensor here doesn't like certain mouse mats. Now, at the moment, I've tried this on 2 different types of mouse mats that I have on both my computers. It seemed to work fine on both of them. I never had any issues. Both of those were metal kind of surfaces. One had was a metal pad, but it had like a smooth surface on top of it, and the other was just a pure kind of metal kind of pad. Both of them worked perfect with it. When I moved the mouse around, it picked it up. If I lifted the mouse up and put it back down again, it picked it up perfectly. So I didn't really have any issues. Most people are saying that if you buy a decent gaming mouse mat, you won't have an issue. But if you've got like a really cheap mouse mat or no mouse mat at all, you might have some issues with the sensor and it jumping, or when you pick it up and put it down again, it'll lose it for a couple of moments. Like I said, I haven't really experienced that, but I have heard other people have experienced the same sort of thing. So I'm not sure if it's just an issue on what type of mouse mat you have. So if you get one of these, you may have to consider getting a better mouse mat. But I mean, if you get one of the Razer mouse mats, or even one of the Saitek, or even one of the SteelSeries mouse mats, I mean, they all work pretty well, and they should work perfectly with this type of mouse. I see no reason why. They're all good quality mats, and like I said, I haven't really experienced that issue. But overall, I really like this mouse. I would recommend it for any kind of shooter fan. I am basically a shooter fan myself. I like playing FPS, and I am using this as my current mouse right now, and I am enjoying it very much, and it is a really awesome mouse, both in looking and as well as function. So yeah, that was my review of the R.A.T 7. Yeah, awesome mouse. If you're a shooter fan, go get it. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't subscribed already, then please do so. I'll have heaps more controller and accessory reviews up very shortly. I'm Sharkie Gamer. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, then please hit that like button.